Welcome in to the Queen City of the North, Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Cincinnati Vultures play host to the visitors from America's High Five state, the Motor City Mustangs. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northup, and joining me in the booth this week is Tyler Falk. How you doing, my friend?
Good evening, Colin. It's good to be with you. And these two teams, both some of the most explosive offenses we see here in the UFL. Now, the big difference here is which defense is really going to come out and combat it. Will it be that Motor City secondary led by Colin Douglas, or will it be this tenacious front seven for Baltimore in tops of the league with 15 TFLs coming into week 3?
Two big position groups in Cincinnati will kick off the Motor City to begin the ball game. Motor City wearing the blue pants with the blue helmets and white road uniforms. Cincinnati in all maroon as Jack Brown sets it up at a 1st and 10. He's got Owens behind him as the deep back. He'll swing out a little bubble pass to Ace Fennick, number 1, and it'll go down as a run, pickup of 6. A blustery night tonight, Tyler. Wind is 20 miles an hour, so that should be a detriment to both passing games.
Yeah, a little bit. That front that just moved through the southern part of the states, and hopefully everyone who's affected from those storms are okay. But it's playing erratically here in Cincinnati.
Throw is good for 11 yards out of bounds, and so far, Tyler, Jack Brown is continuing his hot start.
He has done a phenomenal job here for these Mustangs, hasn't he? He's done such a good job. He's over 50% completion percentage, 7 touchdowns, only 1 pick to his name tonight.
Play action to Owens over the middle, catch made, and there's James Vultures breaking away to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and the explosion starts for Motor City, 58 yards, touchdown Mustangs.
Well, tack on another touchdown to Jack Brown's career, and it helps when you have receivers that make moves like that. Wow, what a little shifty move to get things going from James Walters. His 4th touchdown of the season that leads this Mustang wide receiving core.
Whoa, just a sweet juke move there on the defensive back, and this is a guy who started off the year with a bang over 200 yards versus Tennessee, and he continues his hot performance right here as the Mustangs are on the board first.
And I'll tell you what, I gotta give credit to one Nick Northrup for loaning out the Rick meter, the diesel-powered, new neon-painted Bank of Michigan Rick meter. And right now, those hardworking folks down there are telling me, things are leaning a little bit toward Motor City at the moment with this 7-0 lead.
75-yard drive didn't take very long, and the Mustangs find themselves on top 7-0. But Tyler, as you mentioned in the open, the Cincinnati offense is nothing to sneeze at either.
Oh, absolutely. You look no further than their signature caller, Mac Chima, who's for himself has done a phenomenal job keeping things consistent here in the season, but still has a little bit of work to do in the completion percentage, under 40%. And that ball going to fly out of the outside of the end zone. Illegal procedure, and that means Cincinnati will start in pretty good field position.
Oh, so an early mistake by the visitors will set up Cincinnati at their 40-yard line. Mac Chima is the quarterback. And he'll turn, give to the running back up the middle, Al Ingram. And they're only going to get him a yard, Tyler. He's explosive.
Absolutely, just averaging just under 100 yards a game for the first 2 games. 2 rushing touchdowns to this point. And when he gets loose, look out. He's got the afterburners.
Here they give him to him again. Runs over the defender in the middle. And that's 3 more yards to set up a 3rd and 6.
This Motor City defense is going to have their hands full tonight, and it looks like they really have game planned well to start this game as far as stopping the run. Now going to force Mac Chima to throw.
Let's see if the pass rush comes into play as Chima throws over the middle. Catch made for the first down as Colin Douglas brings down. That is Gaines, number 35, a catch 23.
Throw it to the tight end. Good little post route coming across the middle. Soft area of the field there as Motor City looked to be in a cover 3 look, and that's just too much space for the ever dangerous T-Roy Gaines.
Gaines, of course, is the big target on the receiving end, but don't forget about Blythe Thomas and Warren Murray, receiver 1 and 2 for this team. Here's a stretch play to the outside, and it'll be knocked down. After a gain of 6 yards, it'll be 2nd and 4.
I think Al Ingram ran a little bit more east to west than he would have liked if he wanted to make sure he had enough space out there, and that allowed Motor City to come down. Good gain, however, on 1st down for 6.
They line up with a bunch. Chima on the rollout. Cincinnati likes to do this. Dumps it up to the receiver. It's complete. That's Thomas for a 1st down, and Chima has hit his first 2 passes.
And that's a perfectly executed play action rollout. You got the defense moving in the way of the play action, the run, and that frees open that right side of the field for Chima to find Thomas there for a good gain and a good Vulture 1st down.
Yeah, he tackled out of bounds, but not before Cincinnati moves the chains once again. Ooh, look at that pylon cam shot. Just incredible stuff.
Ain't she pretty?
Indeed she is. Compliments to the VFM camera crew out there. Shotgun, Chima gives off. This is the backup. This is Crawford, and he will plow ahead for a pickup of 4.
While Ingram takes a little bit to get going to get those afterburners, Crawford's that perfect second option as far as the tailback goes. Little speed just to throw off the defense just a little bit.
Empty shotgun look. Chima is going to throw. Staring at a blitz over the middle. Ooh, knocked away at the last minute. And it's just like that. It's 3rd and 6.
I think Chima got lucky there. The corner coming in that blitz, if he would have just been a little bit more to the left, he would have been able to get through the hole created by the offensive line and get to Chima. However, 3rd down.
And they run on 3rd down, and Al Ingram plows his way into the end zone for the first Cincinnati touchdown of the day.
This is exactly what we are promised here, Colin. An explosive start. Both teams' opening drives go for 6. And how about this run from Al Ingram? He says, "Get off me, Mr. Linebacker. I've got a date with the barn to get a score here and get my team back level with Motor City."
Here's the extra point to make it official, and it splits the sticks. So 8 to play, 61 yards. As Bleeker makes the kick there. Brian Bleeker, number 9. And the folks on the bench, they're loving it.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you? Getting knocked in the teeth to begin the ball game with an explosive pass from Brown to his wide receiver, and now coming back down the field and playing Vulture style of football. Hard, tough running to get them moving down the field and get up level pecking again. So now it all comes down to who blinks first. Both offenses seemingly have no chinks in their armor so far here, Colin. We'll see what happens here on Motor City's next possession.
We got Davis set to kick it off for Cincinnati. Waiting back deep for the Mustangs is unclaimed corner Bert Gilliland, who will just down it in the end zone for a touchback. Ball comes out to the 25. Tyler, I felt like the opening drive for both of these teams played to their strengths almost perfectly.
Oh, you hit it the nail right on the head. Brown with his 8th touchdown pass on that last drive. That's Motor City's bread and butter. They are galloping, trying to gallop away from these high-flying Vultures who instead like to play more low to the ground with the running game.
Here's a throw underneath, and Walters with some nice yak after the catch gets it out to the 40, and already Brown on 3 completions. It's up to 83 yards. Of course, Walters has 72 of that. Just 2 grabs.
Absolutely speedy Mr. James Walters, 6'3", 206 pounds, and he's been in the league a few years just getting his nose ready. And that's the flip side of the card. The run game hasn't been too terribly active when it needs to get going early. It gets going late when the offense is clicking. But when Cincinnati or any other defense is able to key on it, Colin, they've been able to get in the backfield.
That's for sure. That is the backup Austin out there. It's number 96 Worley in on the tackle. Nathan Brady, the fourth, along with Robert Brady Jr., make up the linebacking core. Throw out to the flat, and the catch is made by King Richard for a short gain ahead. And that'll set up a third down as we take a look at the Motor City starting offense, Tyler.
Yeah, and the big thing is this front five here for the Mustangs. They're much better in pass protection than they are in run protection. They like to get settled in the games to get that run game going, but they're going to have to really solidify the pocket here for Jack Brown here.
Brown has a clean pocket through it. Nice pickup by the back, and the throw is complete down the field. That's number 83 on the reception for Motor City, and that's good enough for first down.
And now Cincinnati been thinking, oh, they're going to go deep. They've already hit us a couple of times deep. Well, now we'll just try a little medium route. Cincinnati playing those deep routes, and Motor City and Jack Brown able to dice them up. Nice catch by Hawkins. Good little catch and run. Moves them inside field goal range at least here to this point. And this fastening attack from Jack Brown already licking.
Hawkins, receiver number 3, 6 foot, 192 pounds, and they go back to the run. Tyler and Austin will lose yards. They say lost 2, 2nd and 12.
Devastatingly punishing defense. We already talked about how many TFLs they had coming in, 15 to be exact, and they're just going to keep on racking them up here. They love to get in the backfield early and often.
Just no holes for the running back. That was Austin again out there. Now I believe Baron Owens is checked back in as Brown steps under center. Play fake, oh look
out!
And the sack comes through. That's Bumpers, number 95, with a huge sack.
Oh my goodness, sack number 3 for the unclaimed lineman Bumpers. And what did I tell you here, Colin? This offensive line's gonna have their hands full with one of the most tenacious front sevens already. Back-to-back TFLs here for Cincinnati.
And just like that, it's 3rd and 21. Be interesting to see what the Mustangs elect to do here.
Well, if I'm Jack Brown, I'm licking my chops here because I know I'm going to throw it. And I know, especially with those 2 safeties coming up, if it's man-to-man, look for these 2 speedy receivers, Vultures and Fennec, to get open.
Oh, and no chance as the safety blitz comes through. That's Whitaker on the sack. That's going to be another loss of 9, so it's going to be 4th and a country mile, and the Mustangs will be forced to punt.
But if they can't get open, you don't have somebody extra to pick up the safety blitz. Something like that happens. First sack of the season for Whitaker. And just like that, our first blink, our first chink, our first mistake, or compounding set of mistakes for Motor City gives Cincinnati back the football.
Punt is away. Ooh, and this will land in the end zone. Ball will come out to the 20. Tremble tried to place it, but it was just a little too strong.
Now here comes Cincinnati out to hopefully reward their defense's hard work with some points of their own. And the running game was pretty effective on the first drive. We'll see if they keep playing to their strengths here.
17 yards for Ingram already. They dump it on the flat, and there was something wrong with that from the get-go as Douglas comes up to make the tackle. His second, that'll be go down as a run. They're going to say it's a loss of 2.
Well, what Chima did is he saw the Motor City defense creeping up. He's like, I got to get rid of this one in a hurry, and he launched that one. Really nothing more that the receiver could do about it than just haul it in safety, settle himself, and try and make something out of it. Just a very, very rushed play that worked in the favor of Motor City.
I agree with you, Tyler. The timing was all guns up there. It's 2nd and 12 from the 18 now. Play clock under 10. Chima will give off to Ingram, trying to gain some yardage forward, and sets up a 3rd and 9.
Well, Cincinnati, they're on 3rd down. We've seen some good passing already here from Chima. We'll see if he can come up with something here on 3rd and long.
He's been 2 for 3. And he completes this one to the sideline as it's good enough for a first down. Nice reception there made on Motor City's top corner. That's Murray. He picks up 15.
No frills, nothing special. Just a simple out route with a speedier receiver, recognizing that Motor City's playing zone. They back off a little bit, and that gives Cincinnati their first down here on the drive.
We have a first down at the 36. Whiteback Chima just has to get rid of this one as the heat in the kitchen was getting to him in a hurry, Tyler. Second down and 10.
Motor City again with a blitz here on first down, really unsettling Chima and this Vultures offense.
Doc Howard Jr. on the line at defensive end as the throw over the middle is caught and running ahead for the first down to the 40-yard line. It's going to be Green on the catch of 20. Move the chains.
Now Motor City set the corner blitz and then went 3-3 as far as a zone look there on offense. And what it really opens up is when you send a guy, an extra guy, that really opens up the holes in the zone for an experienced quarterback like Chima to just find an open receiver. That's exactly what happened. Good execution and good recognition for Mac Chima.
You say experience, he's been with this team for over 15 seasons, so he's been around the block a time or two. Gives off to Al Ingram the third, who picks up 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7, and already the Vultures are at the century mark in total yardage.
And Doug Howard with a great tackle there on the dangerous tailback Al Ingram.
I heard his pops is a pretty good D lineman too. As the run to Crawford will net a 3rd and 3 situation there. Thomas on the tackle for Motor City.
Oh, if you're looking for more stats in league numbers, you can check out YOUFL.football. We got every single stat you could possibly think of over there.
Chima play action, throw over the middle, catch made to the 20-yard line and down. First down for Cincinnati as Thomas holds it in his second catch.
You think Mac Chima's really welcoming this home opener? I think he is. Coming into tonight, he only had 37% completion percentage. He's 5 of 7, and he looks very confident here at home as he looks in that pass for Thomas.
It's a very large crowd here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The Vultures have been on the road the previous 2 games. They won them both. And they won't get it off before the end of the first quarter. And we're level at 7, but Cincinnati is on the move and they have the football. Colin Northup, Tyler Falk, and the broadcast with you, Cameron Irvine. Standing by is the AI expert as Cincinnati will do the bootleg again to the end zone and just a bit too far in front of the receiver. Second out.
Oh my, that was close. I think Chima maybe was trying to lead his receiver a bit too much, but I think the route just went a bit too deep to the end line, so the receiver had to be consciously aware that he had to stay in bounds. Otherwise, it would have been illegal touching. We saw that in the triple box this past week.
Yes, in the Dallas game is what he refers to as Thomas hauls it in his second catch of the drive, and Cincinnati just like that has a 1st and goal at the 8.
Just what a pretty pass. Get over the nice little stop route inside the 10. You don't really draw it up too much. You wait for the defender to think you're going for deep. It's really on the receiver to make the DB think you're going deeper than you actually are.
Thomas is actually the tallest receiver Cincinnati has. He's 6'1", as Chima goes over the middle on a little angle route. Tackled about the 4-yard line. They're going to say is Gaines, his second catch of the ball.
T-Roy Gaines, another life, is usually built for those tough hits, and he shows off a little bit of that alternate universe tenacity there.
As here's the give. Oh, nice stop in the middle by the Motor City defense. That's the linebacker Moore, the defensive captain, unclaimed his second tackle. It sets up a 3rd and goal. Hinch point here, Tyler.
I really think they ran that play out of sequence. That's supposed to be a jet sweep fake, and instead they just go with the handoff up the middle, and Detroit Motor City's already guessing that way. So I really think here on third down might be a simple slant from that bunch off to the left-hand side.
Here's Chima looking, has all day, throws over the middle, touchdown. You called it, Tyler. They threw out of the bunch, and it was nice and easy as Green holds in his second grab, and just like that, Cincinnati's in front.
So many drag routes across the middle of the field. It almost looks like 54 didn't hand off his cross route receiver over to the right, and that left 52 on an island, and Green has just got an easy catch to put Cincinnati out in front.
As the extra point is up again, 13 plays, 80 yards, almost 5.5 minutes taken off the clock by the Vultures here, and they're in front 14-7. Colin Northrup, Tyler Falk here in the broadcast booth with you. Tyler, we expected plenty of fireworks from both teams, and so far we've gotten that and then some.
Absolutely. 4 drives, 3 scores, and the only drive that didn't end up in points was the last Motor City drive where they just took tackle for loss, sack after sack. We'll see what happens here. Have they learned anything from that last drive to come out with maybe a slightly altered plan to get them points and get them tied up in this game? Another kickoff here, Colin, that's going to go out of bounds from the same side of the field.
Wow. So first it happens to Motor City, and now it's happened to Cincinnati. I knew the winds were strong, and they reported 20 miles an hour down on the field, but this is crazy. As Owens takes the hand up, and he had no shot. He lost 4 yards, and guess who made the tackle? That's Bumpers again, Tyler.
You know, there's a radio show back where I'm from where it's bumper to bumper with Dan Barrell, and right now Bumpers is really roughing up these tailbacks. What a hurdle! I didn't see that. Oh my goodness. Goes over the chop block and gets to the backfield. You can tell these Vultures are circling.
Yeah, they are definitely hyped up to be at home after 2 weeks on the road. Here's the handoff to Owens again, and yeah, he'll get maybe a yard, but that's being generous. That'll set up 3rd and 13.
I'll tell you what, Bumpers is not like his namesake. If you run to him, he's not letting go.
Here's Jack Brown in his shotgun. He was great early, but he's been a bit slow, and Motor City will just concede that they have to punt and hope the defense can come up with another stop as Lawson makes the tackle after pick of a 3.
You know, I can understand that play call here early in the game. You've got the defense thinking, oh, they've passed last couple of third downs. They've been, you know, A-okay. They've been successful half the time. So let's just try and throw them off. We were at the run, but this Vulture front 7 will give no quarter.
Another punt from the Mustangs. And this punt will go to the 20-yard line. As you see the scores scrolling across your screen, Tyler. From games played earlier in the week, that Washington comeback against Salt Lake City still stuns me.
I mean, we've had a great week 3, haven't we? 2 games that tonight, just to close out the week, Colin, walk-off field goals. Just been a phenomenal night for UFL.
All sorts of high drama as that pass was incomplete. Chima looking for the back out of the backfield, 2nd down.
That play just would have worked had Chima just given it a little bit more time.
Perhaps a little too impatient, and Ingram is tackled in the backfield for a loss. That's Chuck Howard Jr. again, number 95 on the stop.
I'll tell you what, these two number 95s for both sides have done a phenomenal job tonight. Howard with a couple of crucial tackles. This one behind the line gets past Seymour to get in the backfield and take down Al Ingram III. And of course, Bumpers we've mentioned already for Cincinnati, but now it's a 3rd and 13. Equal down in distance to Motor Cities. Do they also try and run a drop play here to the Vultures?
No, they're going to throw. against the four-man pressure. Nobody gets home, and Jim had a guy open, Tyler, but he missed him.
Absolutely. That's two passes, two tailbacks that just don't work out. A little bit too far for Crawford. He's a bit more speedy, so I'm surprised Chiba was trying to lead him that far, and it's two incompletions on back-to-back throws, and Cincinnati will punt. Good stand for Motor City.
So both defenses holding serve as this punt will go out of bounds at the 45. 7:42 left to go in the first half. Mustangs down by 7. And other than their first drive, Tyler, we saw the 58-yard scoring toss from Brown to Vultures. The Mustangs have been stuck in the mud.
And well, they've played in a tough game already so far this season against Montana, only won by 5, and a little move to break out, but just these Vultures, they're so fast on defense.
Owens picks up 3, and it'll be 2nd and 7. And the Mustangs out of the shotgun. Play clock under 10. They're going to get to Austin. Interesting logic here, Tyler. As you mentioned earlier, the ground game has yet to be going, but it seems that Motor City's going to it here.
You got to keep the defense honest, and that run sets up a much easier third down than you would have maybe on a second down incompletion.
Brown over the middle, catch made. That's Ace Finnick to the 30-yard line, and Brown is still perfect. He's 6 for 6 as that one goes for 22.
I wish we could get a stopwatch out here to see to just time how fast this ball goes from Brown. Look how quick that ball just zips through the air to find Finnick. Finnick right there. If he's there even a half second too late, that ball's just probably zooming all the way back to the boards and then rebounding like a pinball at the moment.
Letitia Ingram on the tackle there. Oop! Somebody jumped early on Motor City. Back him up 5 yards. It's been a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes from these Mustangs, Tyler.
Well, it's a very raucous crowd here in Cincinnati.
It's Brown!
Oh my!
Sacked again! That play looked discombobulated from the beginning, and that's already the 3rd sack for Cincinnati.
They rolled to Brown's weak arm, and that's only something you want to do if you have a left-handed quarterback. Brown is right-handed, and he just had to turn completely around, and that just allows, look at it, 3 linemen all up in Brown's face. Nothing he could do about it.
That's going to be tallied as an 8-yard loss on the play. 2nd and 23. Brown back to throw. Fires complete to King Richard, who's running upfield. And he's tackled a few yards short of the first down, but Tyler, boy, did he have room to run.
I mean, 21 yards for King Richard. That's insane. That's usually a first down marker, but that sets up a very good 3rd down opportunity.
Here, and play action. Brown steps. He can't find anything downfield, has to run, and he won't get very far. Robert Brady Jr. sacks him for a loss of 3, and it looks like the Mustangs will have to make a decision here, Tyler.
They kept Brady in a spot. You can just see him just standing there at the 17-yard line, reacting to what Brown was going to do, and that's just a coverage sack. Just very good execution from this Vulture defense. And Brown, he's trying to maintain the drive, trying to keep it alive. But there's nothing to do when you've got a very talented running back keeping your eyes on you.
So the field goal, they'll elect to take the 3 points. This will put them within 4. It's good. So it's 14-10 our score as Motor City. They get points on the drive, Tyler, but it's 3 instead of 7.
You know, as long as the defense continues to clamp up like they have done the last couple of drives here, Colin, they can still come back in this game. They were nip and tuck with Montana a week ago, so nothing too worrisome yet as we tick closer to the end of the quarter. But some more UFL news Dallas tight end Neil Rivers correctly predicted the score of the Cleveland New York game, 27-24. That's a +9 boost since no one had correctly predicted a score in 3 weeks. He also won a game drop tonight. What a night for Rivers.
Talk about a double winner when you want to be a double winner. +9 boost, and then you get a drop on a future opponent. So very good on tight end 1 for Dallas is Ingram. He's been quiet, Tyler, but he has the rushing touchdown.
And we'll see what he can do here on this drive. I mean, they really need him to get going.
Here's Chima back to throw. Against the blitz. Oh, it's nearly intercepted. Was that a lineman in coverage?
Yeah, it was Howard. It was Howard there, Colin. And I'll tell you what, if Al Ingram does not pick up the block, we're talking a sack instead. So almost chaos already for Cincinnati.
2nd and 10, and the throw is low. And Chima, who's normally a 68% completion guy, has missed a couple of these throws, although the wind is strong from bottom to the top of our screens here in the broadcast. But Chima throw up 3rd and 10 is good for the first down. He made me eat my words there.
There was probably something in the Gatorade or something because he looked off the last couple of throws, like you mentioned, Colin, but he finally gets a good one. Motor City's playing the line to gain, but they get caught off guard. Great route run there from Mac Green to really knock Thomas off his route and pick up the first down.
These receivers for Cincinnati, they may not be tall in terms of height, Tyler, but they are quick, especially in the middle of the field, it seems.
And that's what you want, especially coming out of the slot against linebackers who are just trying to sit in the zone and really hope something comes their way.
Play action and a throw in the middle to Thomas is good for about 7. That'll be 2nd and 3, and it's a big reason why the Vultures are in front is their efficiency on first down.
They just keep moving. They're one of the top 10 in terms of first downs coming into the night.
2nd and 3, Chima, clean pocket. Look at that time. Now he takes off and runs. He's up over the 40. He's to the 30 before he's finally brought down. That's a gain of 26. Nobody on Motor City picked him up.
I was going to say that Vultures were looking to set up the pass, to set up the run here on 2nd down, and they would go out for a pass. I'm like, well, you better hope something's open downfield. Nope. Chima with the heads-up play to roll out and just take off. Great gain. Great athleticism. Motor City's got their hands full.
They're going to get a playoff here before the 2-minute warning. Ingram, his 9th carry only goes for 2 yards. The Mustangs have held him in check, but Mac Chima, he's been one red-hot hand. 2-minute warning here in Cincinnati. 14-10, Vultures on top. We have a 1st and 10, 2nd and 8 rather. The 29-yard line. Mac Chima back to throw. Has all day. Fires up top and complete. Out of bounds. At about the 15-yard line. They'll mark it. It's Green again. His 4th catch, 2nd of the drive.
That's a great bench concept. You've got the first wide receiver on the far left running a quick out, and the receiver that coming across running a deeper out or corner to really open up that side of the field.
Chima back to throw again, goes to the end zone. Oh, almost intercepted on the play. The receiver had to play defender, Tyler.
Colin Douglas looking for his 5th pick of the season. It was right to him. He's going to be shaking his head hoping that he can bring in the next one.
I think that was Murray that was forced to play the defender there. Chima back to throw to the end zone once again, and this time he finds his man. Touchdown, Vultures. It's T-Roy Gaines.
T-Roy Gaines with a beautiful toe-tapping score. His first of the season. He just outsmarts Douglas out of the center, who nearly had the pick, and he just runs a deep out route. Look at the toes again. Oh my goodness. Great concentration for the tight end. and the Vultures fly further out in front.
It's 20-10, pending the extra point. And so far, the Cincinnati Vultures are showing the UFL world they are for real and they mean business. As Blinker's extra point is up and good. Line plays 75 yards. As they're now up over 200 total yards here in the first half, and Gaines had the touchdown for Cincinnati.
The big thing here for Motor City is they've been so good in pass protect and pass defense through these first 2 weeks. Now they come into hostile territory, into Cincinnati, and right now these Vultures are loving the home cooking. It's time for Motor City to wake up here a little bit. They're falling behind. Still plenty of football, but I think they gotta get something here toward the end of the half just to renew their confidence a little bit.
I agree with you there, Tyler. 3 points, it'd be a good moral victory, but they would really hope for a touchdown as the kickoff is down in the end zone. Ball comes out to the 25, and there's a look at Jack Brown. He's played so well through these first 2 weeks, Tyler, but he's been under heavy duress from the Cincinnati defense.
That was the one thing we've been talking about all game. These Vultures are so good at getting into the backfield. Doesn't matter if it's a pass, it doesn't matter if it's a run. These guys are here to blow up your offensive line and get to your QB, your halfback.
Come out in a bunch set to the Mustangs. Brown back to throw. Brown throws. Oh, what a... No, they say it's an incompletion, and Jack Brown's perfect start goes up in smoke. Second down.
Oh, man. And just a little bit too much heat. Maybe a little bit too much height there for Brown. And it goes for naught.
2nd and 10. They try to run a screen to Owens. No, that's Austin, and it didn't work. They leaked the defensive lineman through, but there were still people back there. Lost the one on the play. Cincinnati calls their first timeout.
That's just good heads-up awareness there from the D line. And Motor City's really trying to get their backs involved. They realize the run game isn't working just yet. It isn't working this half. They got to figure something out. And unfortunately for Motor City, it takes them back a yard. Looks like they're going to try and run and pick up something here.
And they do try to run, and nothing doing. And I tell you what, the Mustangs, Tyler, are going to have to go deep in the playbook.
They got to figure something out here, Colin. And my apologies for interrupting. They got to figure something out coming out of the half, because this first half playbook, this first half game plan, well, you could probably just toss it in the bin at the moment, because the Vultures have had their number.
Other than, they've had moments where they've had success, but other than that, the Vultures have been an impenetrable maroon wall defensively as the punt is returned back to the 28-minute, 23 left. It'll be interesting to see how the Vultures play this, Tyler. They're up 21-10. They have one timeout in their pocket.
If I'm looking at Matt Chima, I'm thinking, let's get more points. We know Motor City can come back into this game. Let's get some more points.
They start with a play action throw over the middle. Catch made. Thomas first down near midfield.
They know that Motor City are very, very aggressive right now. They seem to just they're trying to figure something out here, because they know they can't stop this passing attack here at the moment. They almost could last drive, but right now the Vultures are in full fuego at the moment.
Remember, the UFL has a unique rule. There are no spikes in this game. No huddle incurs a 10-second runoff, regardless of how much yardage was gained on the previous play. Cincinnati does have the one timeout in their back pocket, but they choose not to use it here, which I think is smart. Chima will dump it off to, I believe that's Gaines. It'll be stopped at the 50. It'll be a pickup of 5, 2nd and 5.
I really like that formation they're calling. They left a tailback in there to help block an extra blocker. Now they're able to reset with about 42 seconds and ticking to go.
They're being very efficient so far this drive. Here comes the rush from Motor City. Oh, they almost get there, but the Vultures pick up the first down as the throw underneath is good for first down. That's Crawford, his first catch.
Chima showing his veteranocity here. He's just able to hold in there and get off the pass just in the nick of time. Still got to go here about 7 more yards to get in field goal range.
Chima over in the middle, first down, just past the 30, and he's up over 200 for the half. And that should be right in the sweet spot. Yep, they'll call a timeout with about 4 seconds left and try the field goal here.
And that's right at the middle, in between the hash marks. That's a perfect spot here for the kicker to try and get something going. They know he has to try and kick it into the wind a little bit to his right and hopefully use the wind. Oh, this is going to be tough. It's actually from the left hash mark.
This is going to be a 47-yarder with 4 seconds left. Brian Blinker, good. And Cincinnati tacks on 3 more to their lead. They lead at half by the surprising score, Tyler, 24-10 over these Motor City Mustangs.
Yeah, the Mustangs, they just haven't gotten going after that first drive. It's been tough sledding here as far as their run game's considered. Only 6 total rushing yards for Motor City. And the passing game has kind of stalled out after the Vultures realized that if we can get some pressure on Jack Brown, we might be able to slow these guys up. But it's only been that one pass to Vultures where he's able to make a man miss. Motor City got to find more plays like that and get the Vultures to guess again.
Vultures has been uncharacteristically quiet since that touchdown. Mustangs down 24-10, Tyler. And now the urgency level has to get up a notch too, especially considering Cincinnati got 3 at the end of the first half.
We'll go ahead and step away for league rights when we come back. The conclusion of week 3.
This presentation of the UFL is intended for the private use of our audience. Any accounts or descriptions of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Thank you, Chris Curtis. And things get worse for the Mustangs because they have to kick it back to Cincinnati, who just got the 3 points off a field goal, Tyler. So an opportunity for the Vultures to really stretch things out here.
And they've got Motor City guessing because they could be guessing, hey, Motor City's got this lead. They might try and implement a little bit more run, but they might guess wrong, and then the Vultures might throw a couple passing plays. And so it's really up to Cincinnati here to try and figure out what they want to do.
Chima throws, first down, out to Thomas, and that's good enough for first down. CD yardage there, over 266 yards, 214 through the air. That's a 6 grab for Thomas there. Here's to give off to Ingram the third, and he's got a wide open running lane for the first time in a while. Picks up 7. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And Cincinnati's going to keep their foot on the gas here. They're going to just try and use some of these explosive plays and big chunk plays to keep the momentum on their side.
Here's the run up the middle. First down is made. It's Crawford, his 3rd carry of the ball game.
They use that first pass they're calling to really put Motor City on the back foot. Now they're keeping them guessing. And those last 2 runs are just benefiting from that first down pass.
Chima over the middle off the play action, and that's good for a first down. And Green, he's been a menace over the middle in the slot.
Hasn't he? In that play action, that really checked off the linebackers who were guessing run. They crept up, they hesitated to get backfield, and it left Green one-on-one against Uda, who's now been burned twice on this drive.
He's been definitely the one they picked on. Douglas has seen plenty of activity in his area, but Udon, he's now up to 6 tackles, but he's been picked on a lot, and he's picked on there. As Thomas again hauls it in short of the 10.
Wow. Stop it. Stop it, Chima. You're just really heckling Uda, the 5th season man out of Arizona State. And my goodness, great job from Thomas. Almost like a center in basketball, boxing out Uda to get to the football first.
And I tell you what, it hasn't been a good night at the office for that guy, but you know who's had a good night at the office so far is this man, Rakchima. Play action, end zone, touchdown! As he goes to Murray for the score.
My goodness. Third touchdown of the season for Warren Murray. And the one thing that I've really liked about Cincinnati tonight, they just get inside leverage. They get the underneath leverage. They catch Colin Douglas playing over the top. How he's done so well to this point in the season. But this time and today, Cincinnati have been able to exploit every part of the football field. No mistakes for Cincinnati. Motor City yet to figure something out.
31-10 to score. 6 plays, 75 yards. The scoring drive, and so far it's coming up all maroon and yellow. And the Mustangs here are in a world of trouble.
Just a little bit. I think the big thing here for Motor City is, yes, you're down by 21, and yes, time is starting to tick away. But what you have to do is remember what you've done here in the offseason, the preseason, these first 2 weeks. You know how to come into a very difficult place to play. You know how to win football games. You just got to dial up a new set of tricks. Start this drive, you get it on the 20-yard line. Just start doing things that help you move down the football. If it's a couple of quick passes, if it's a couple of easy just pitch out passes, if it's just a couple of easy runs up the middle, probably don't want to run now. They're setting a safety blitz here on the outside.
Yeah, they got to get Vultures involved. He's been quiet, and they run the ball anyway for a short loss there. Let's bring in our AI expert, Cameron Irvine. Cam, the Motor City offensive line has really struggled against what is a very good Baltimore front.
Yeah, and you know, I think Tyler Falk can also speak to the Minnesota Chippers' struggles up front. And you know, the challenge for the league, who is invested in all 32 of its teams being competitive, and for the players who get to vote on all these decisions, is exactly what is the problem as that pass goes for a loss. Is it the offensive linemen themselves? Is it Jack Brown not getting rid of the football? Is it the receivers not getting open down the field and resulting in coverage sacks? Is it route concepts not being favorable to the skill set of the receivers? All those type of things go into something like this. And in the first couple of games, Motor City did okay, but here against Cincinnati, they're really having a lot of trouble. So it really is a fascinating discussion, Colin, about exactly you know, where Motor City would go from here.
And throw over the middle is caught. That's Ace Finnick, his second catch or so on the drive. Actually the first one, because they counted that previous completion to Finnick as a run. And Tyler, they need more plays like that over the middle of the field.
A couple of in routes coming across the field. It made that linebacker who was sitting in that first third really try and decide whether or not he was going to play the deeper route or the underneath route. He chose underneath, and Brown hits over the top. And I don't think Brown's not necessarily had an issue getting the ball out of his hands. I think it's just these tenacious linemen. Oh, here we go.
Oh, Owens with his best run of the evening, showing off a couple little juke moves. And that picks him up a first down. Letitia Ingram again racks up the stop, and all of a sudden, Motor City's got a little spark to their juice.
If I'm a Mustang fan, I'm like, well, where has this been all night? And I think just the run concept really worked. The tailback was able to make that little move, to get out in space. Owens was able to really find his way.
Indeed he was. It's a first and 10 at the 44. Jack Brown goes underneath. He finds King Richard, but the Royal man doesn't get very far, only a pickup of a yard, 2nd and 9.
You know, to make a graceful landing after making that catch. And what I will say is Brown has a lot of zip. He has a lot of throw power. His accuracy, well, in times, has been in question.
As Owens up the middle again, he bursts out the other side, tackled short of the 30, and that's good enough for another Mustang first down.
What's going on here? Cincinnati backing off. They're not sending as much pressure, not sending a whole lot of blitzes, and they're allowing Owens these open areas of field for him to do some damage.
And he's been quiet, especially in that first half. King Richard now up to 3 receptions for 23 yards. As the run up the middle to Owens. So Motor City thinks they found something, and they continue to try and press what they perceive as advantage as they pick up 3.
That time, the Vultures kept a couple extra defenders in the box to try and slow him down. Indeed, they did. Only a 3-yard gain here for Motor City, but hey, it's forward progress.
They go to Austin, and, well, I think they went to the well one too many times, Tyler, as he stopped for no gain as the second-string tailback.
They got locked into something they liked, and Eldrin Ford, the unclaimed middle linebacker, able to just sniff that play out in a hurry.
Now they have to throw on this 3rd and 7. They go 4 wide in total. Brown throws, curl underneath. It's Ace Finnick. It hasn't been James Walters so much this game other than the 1 touchdown, but Ace Finnick's come up big.
Soft zone from Cincinnati, and they tried to play hard flats there on the outside. You saw the corner stay with King Richard on the far side, and that allows Finnick to run that simple curl to get open. He was open for the first 5 yards, and that's just an excellent play call. And they made Cincinnati try and guess underneath, and they hit him over the top.
3rd-year man out of Michigan, it's Finnick. Hometown is actually Woodhaven, so not only did he play his college football in the Mitten State, he's also grew up here. As Owens will pick up yards 4, they're going to call it, down to the 8.
And the Vultures overloaded the side of the football that Motor City wanted to run to, and credit Owens trying to cut it back. We'll see what happens here on 2nd down. Will they go back to the run?
The 3rd-year man, first year with Motor City. Ooh, he got snowed under there. They're going to say loss of a couple. McDade, number 72, in on the tackle. 3rd and 8 from the 10-yard line, Tyler.
It seems right now the pattern is to go run, pass, and the Vultures are keying in on it. And that's allowing these defenders just to pin their ears back and come after the tailback. And right now, Motor City, if they're caught in a rut, they gotta figure that out and realize that, hey, we're caught in a rut. Cincinnati's starting to realize that we like to go run, pass.
They go these tight receivers. Look at James Walters, number 12, next to Finnick there. As Brown to the end zone, knocked away, and they were looking for Walters, but alas, they came up with nothing.
Oh, he was twisting and turning and trying to find the football. All credit to Walters here, and Brown had to get rid of it quickly, and so a little bit of mistiming, and the coverage on Walters just a bit too great.
Walters looks like he had his hands on it right there, but it was knocked away at the last minute.
Oh, it's just so close, but hey, 3 points is points. That's got to be something positive here for the Mustangs.
It'll boost the morale, sure. As the field goal blitz the sticks is now 31-13. Second made field goal of the game by Motor City. That's Eric Singer, the rookie kicker out of the University of Texas.
Little bit of chunk back into our game. We'll have more UFL action coming up here next week, but for all UFL schedule, standings, stats, rankings, and more, visit the league website at UFL.football and claim your player today. You can help your favorite team succeed there too by just being a fan and declaring your fandom. UFL.football.
And Cincinnati will get the ball back up 31-13. And it'll be down in the end zone. James Walters, 343 yards through 2 games. He's been quiet other than the 58-yard grab, but if you're a Motor City fan, you got to be encouraged by the emergence of your third-year man from YOUFL.
Yeah, and of course, and I think the other good thing here for Motor City is they've really taken to task the tailbacks under 30 yards through the game, and that's really forced Schiemer to throw.
Ooh! Did he catch that? Oh, I don't think he did. As the linebacker, I think that was Moore, forced the incompletion. Receiver had to go high for the ball, Tyler, but alas, Motor City wins the down.
Great coverage from Motor City.
Here's a run to Ingram, wide. He's got room, cuts back in the middle. Douglas brings him down a few yards short of the sticks. One of the better runs in the night for Al Ingram III as Douglas records his 4th tackle of the ball game.
Absolutely. He just needed a little bit more speed to just break through that hole, cuts back, allows the wide receiver to get that extra block out there, sets up this 3rd and short.
They throw wide, and it's a fumble! It's a fumble! The Mustangs swallow the ball, and returning the other way is the other corner for a touchdown. Oh, Lily!
And look who it is, Colin. It's the man they've been picking on all night, Quay Uda, who comes away with the fumble. I don't know if they're going to say he came down with it on the ground and he lost the football. Oh, this might be challengeable. Either way, a great stand from Motor City. It's either 6 or a turn or going to be 4th down.
Ooh, it's going to be real close. Douglas ripped out the football, and Uda, Tyler, the guy you said was being picked on earlier in the ball game, with a potential game-changing play, and it's going to stand.
Wow.
Oh, that's got to be the play of the night. Defensively for Motor City, at least. The extra point is up and good. 20-31 our score. And, oh, I got to catch my breath with 2:10 left to go in this quarter.
A heck of a play from Colin Douglas to jar that football free. And just like that, Motor City are within 11. And we take some time to congratulate our boost winners today. Renee Leon and Ethan Flowers get the boosts. Our team's drop save winner today is New Orleans. And, well, how about that? He breaks open a fumble, and our drop winner is none other than Mr. Colin Douglas. How about that, Colin?
Oh, talk about winning on the field. He won on that play. Now he won off the field as well. Let's go to our AI expert, Cameron Irvine. He has an interesting note about Motor City kicking the field goal and not going for it when they were down by 21. Cam.
Yeah, they were down close to the goal line, so you think, well, maybe they might go for it. That logic kicks in the 4th quarter. So in the 4th quarter, they definitely would have gone for it, but still a little too early. And look at them now. They're only down 11.
It's Chima. Throws a moon ball, and it's incomplete. Oh, my goodness. Mac Chima, he went way down the field. Thank you for that note, Cam. So the offense won't be in go-for-it mode, regardless of where they are in the field, until quarter number 4. Thank you for that. As it's 2nd down, Ingram up the middle.
Oh.
What a big tackle there by Ford, the linebacker.
A vicious hit from the left outside linebacker. Nothing too flashy about it. Just putting pen to paper, hammer to nail, and crushing the tailback.
3rd and 8. And it's going to be a throw to the sideline. Won't do much. It'll go down as a completion. There's Udon. He's up to 8 tackles, and he has a defensive fumble recovery for a touchdown. He made a big hit there.
Well, the first half might have been Dr. Hyde. This second half for Uda has been Dr. Jekyll, and he has done a phenomenal job. What a turnaround from the second corner on this depth chart here for Motor City. And just like that, only down by 11, they're going to get the ball back.
And the punt is away, and it's going to be marked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Mustangs will take over from there. So the defense gets them 6 points. Jack Brown's numbers, it's been great in terms of completion percentage and yards, Tyler, but he's been under heavy pressure.
And that last punt affected by this 20-mile-per-hour wind. We got everything flying across the stadium, like papers, flyers, bags, and, well, unfortunately for people, they're going backwards a yard. The defense again. This time Darren Falls, the right end, getting in on the action.
Well, they tried to pull the tight end around on the block, but ultimately nobody blocked the end, creeping around the backside. Even if he wouldn't have made the tackle, number 27 for the Vultures would have.
When you use a pulling guard, that tackle really has to pull double duty on that end, and it just couldn't handle both of them.
They go play action. Brown deep down the field. Ooh, and it's double coverage looking for Walters. Trying to get that connection restarted, but alas, the ball hits the turf.
Probably nearly triple coverage, and Brown's trying to get Walters back involved after that first drive touchdown. And right now, 3rd and 12, probably looking at another deep ball.
Play action. Brown deep. Oh, it's incomplete. He was looking for Finnick. So they take 2 moon balls, but the man from Cal ultimately comes up empty. It'll be 4th down.
And that's not pass interference because Whitaker is playing the football. He had to slow up to get in the way of the deflection. And so there's no laundry, nothing doing, and just a little bit underthrown there from Jack Brown.
Another punt away, so the momentum that was with the Mustangs. Tyler, I don't know what the Rick meter would have to say about that, as this punt is down inside the 10, out of bounds at the 8.
Well, our glorious diesel-powered Rick meter on loan, courtesy of Rick Northrup. I'd say it is a slight lean Cincinnati. They're telling me they're a little bit shaken after the fumble 6 earlier, and the offense not really doing a whole lot, but still leaning because they do have this 11-point lead.
17 seconds left to go in the quarter. 11-point lead for Cincinnati. 1st and 10 on their own 8. Mustangs show blitz. Chima back to throw. Well protected. Has all day. Can make a sandwich. Now tries to escape out the backside, but it's played brilliantly by Thomas, who makes the short sack for a loss of 1.
Well, we saw in the first half, Cincinnati use a spy on something similar. This time, it's Motor City who plays the spy. He just sits back there and just waits and waits and waits. Great pocket from the Vultures, but Chima just gets happy feet. He had time. He could have probably signaled to his wide receivers, hey, run something else, get open, but instead tries to make magic with his feet, and he runs right into the tackle.
Although, to be fair, Tyler, he did have that 26-yard run earlier in the ballgame. Put your 4s in chat, folks, who are still with us. It's 20-10. Cincinnati in front in their home opener. Carolyn Northup, Tyler Falk are your broadcasters for this evening as the throw over the middle, caught by Gaines. Going to be tackled down. It's going to be a 3rd and 9, 7th grab of the evening for Mr. Gaines. Ron Haynes, Chad, it's Al Ingram III. Always good to see you both. As it's 3rd and 9, Chima is going to fire. Oh, an almost reception made, but alas, incomplete, and Cincinnati once again will be forced to punt.
Uda on green. We've seen that matchup tonight and how the tide has turned in the favor of the blue and white. A great deflection there from Uda. He is keeping Motor City almost single-handedly in this game.
33 passes, 17 runs for Cincinnati. Not the usual preference of the run game for the Vultures has been working tonight as the punt goes out of bounds at the 36-yard line. There's Jack Brown back on the field. Trying to get that connection with number 12 Walters working, Tyler, but it's been a couple of near misses.
And it's these first down plays which really have been boom or bust for Motor City.
Let's see what they do here on 1st down. Brown, oh, he goes down, sack time. That's Iyer, the defensive tackle, number 97, and that's a 5th sack of the ball game for Cincinnati.
That's just gross. I mean, your job as an offensive line is to make sure your quarterback stays upright. And Brown, one of the fewest sack quarterbacks this season, is just not having a day to remember because of these tenacious linemen for Cincinnati.
It has been a total reversal of fortune, like you said, Tyler. And it's a big reason why the Mustangs find themselves trailing by 11 points at the moment. As Brown is back to throw again, fires over the middle. There's James Vultures, hauls it in as Brown gets up over 200 yards instead of a 3rd and 5. Only 3 catches for 82 yards, Tyler, but remember, first one was for 58.
And that little slant pattern, a much different route concept than a lot of the deep routes he's run. That one allowing him to get open and make this 3rd down a little bit more easier.
Brown throws again, Walters.
Wow.
That's back-to-back plays, and James Vultures, after being very quiet for a large part of the second half, makes huge plays back-to-back.
He's in double coverage there, Colin. It's a welcome back to the football game, James Vultures, and he just holds on. He knows there's going to be contact. He knows he's going to get hit as soon as the ball arrives. He does so well to hold on and flip the field.
We got 9:40 and counting to go. Brown back to throw. Brown will have to take off and run. He shows the wheels and slides just ahead of 40, picks up 5.
Unlike my father for the Minnesota Chippers, Jack Brown is a little bit more wiser and just takes it down to the turf. I know Jack's a little bit younger than my father, but man, Dad's got to learn something from Jack. There's a reason why we're 1-2.
Brown was a baseball player because that was a picture-perfect slide. It's a throw. Is incomplete. Looking for Ace Finnick along the side. Sets up 3rd and 5. Tight coverage there from the Vultures.
And just 1 foot there on the sideline. That would have been a nice catch from Finnick.
3rd and 5. Can they convert it here to keep the drive moving? Oh, it's tipped in the air and incomplete. Finnick was the closest Mustang to the football, but number 50 for Cincinnati knocked it up in the air. That was Nathan Brady, the 4th.
Let's take a look. It is a heads-up deflection. Snap decision there from Brady to get his hands up in the way of that football. And, Motor City's going to go for it here under 9 minutes to go.
Down by double digits. They might feel they might have an opportunity to get the ball. And it goes from bad to worse because Brown fumbles. And the Vultures will take over at the 46-yard line. Just a disaster all the way around for Motor City.
That's the one thing that you cannot allow is you're trying to get your offense open. And was that a backup end Brendan Worley shrugging off 2 linemen to get to Brown? That's inexcusable for Motor City. A hell of a play from Worley.
It looked like Finnick was breaking open at the very end, but alas, the offensive line doesn't hold up as well. I apologize if you're getting flashbacks, Tyler.
Oh my goodness, it's well, I already talked. As a Minnesotan, I can talk about Minnesota in a way because it's just typical Minnesota sports.
The throw is complete. Shima, he's been red hot tonight, as has that man Green. We've only allowed 73 yards, but Cincinnati's been throwing the ball all over the yard.
Yeah, it's not been a kind night here for Motor City, and their defense is usually good at holding teams just over 200 yards a game for the first 2 games. They're already over 350 here tonight and allowed to Cincinnati. And it's plays like this.
Douglas got ran over as Ingram almost scores again. He was looking for touchdown number 2, and boy, he left his cleat marks all over Douglas's uniform as he ran him over, Tyler. Watch this.
Boom. Just crushing Douglas, and oh my goodness. And Ingram's been waiting for one of these. He's been bottled up all night tonight, and he just Wow. Just lowers the shoulder, powering through. And that is exactly what the Vultures need. It seems like the antithesis of this drive here, Colin, if the Vultures are able to find a touchdown, just means that Motor City have let the Vultures play with their food for a little bit too much.
And the throw to the end zone, caught for the touchdown. That's one of the other tight ends. So everybody's getting involved. Is it number 86 out there for Cincinnati? Catches the little leak pass over the middle off of play action. And that's Eric McCrabb. And it's just been one of those nights for Motor City.
Motor City, they had their chances. Well, unfortunately, they've just not been able to convert. Vultures, meanwhile.
Oh, the extra point is blocked. But it's not picked up by the Mustangs. But it will remain 30-20. There's no score with 7:37 left. Ooh. That's the return that we've seen, number 24 for the Mustangs. That is Gilland with the block there.
I'll tell you what here, Colin, what that does now is if Motor City's able to find a way back in this game, that blocked extra point now means they only need 2 touchdowns and a field goal to tie rather than needing 3 touchdowns to win.
And
they won't even have to go through a 2-point conversion.
Right. It'll be interesting to see if it does get to that point. Mustangs get the ball back. They turned it over on downs last time, thanks to a strip sack on 4th down when they went for it. Kickoff is away and will be fielded down in the end zone. Ball comes out to the 25. Thursday to start week 4, we got a couple of doozy matchups. We got LA at Cincinnati, San Diego at San Jose, Rochester at Washington, and then Montana at Charlotte. Both Montana and Washington coming off wins against teams that were undefeated, Tyler.
It looks like a good one, but the one nice catch here for Motor City. That'll quickly move the chains. The one game I'm looking at is the Bay Area brawl. San Diego and San Jose, both 2-1, an in-state rivalry. That one should be a fun one.
Sort of Northern California versus Southern California vibes. San Jose beating a Miami team that, quite frankly, Tyler, has looked downright scary through 2 weeks.
Absolutely, and both these two teams have looked scary. Motor City and Cincinnati, 2 good passes to begin this drive, already across midfield.
This is going to be the 22nd pass of the night for Jack Brown. Over the middle, catch made. Just a little past the 40-yard line, 16 of 22 now. Tyler, you may have your eye on that in-state California matchup. I have my eye on Montana versus Charlotte. Charlotte coming off the win versus the Florida Sharks. And the Silver Tips, boy, they gave the Mustangs all they could handle in their home opener as Vultures is open out of bounds at the 15.
Yeah, and Charlotte's really come alive now with that first win in Montana, finally getting their first win. So we'll see if they can finally put a couple of good games together here early in the season to figure something out. But Vultures, good catch. Motor City on a great drive. This is the furthest down the field they have been, I think, since the first quarter here, Colin.
I think you'd be correct about that one, Mr. Falk, as the Mustangs continue to press go on the gas pedal here in the no huddle. Brown back to throw. Brown having time. He's going to have to duck out of it, though. Gets across to the 15. They're going to say, oh, he's tackled at the 16. There's no gain on the play, actually. Nathan Brady, the 4th, in on yet another tackle.
Another spy. They kept Brady to spy because they know Brown likes to tuck in and run if something's open.
And Brown back to throw. Nice blitz pickup by the back. The throw to Walters down to the 2. It'll be 1st and goal.
Good little double in and route, and keeps the defense guessing. They were on man coverage and just getting inside leverage was Walters. Now it's 1st and goal from the 2.
They go shotgun. Brown back to throw. Brown backing up, throws end zone wide open as Vultures. Touchdown, his second of the night.
Wow, what a move. Gets the DB to completely just be discombobulated. Wide open, easy score. First part of the way back is done. Now to get it back through a 10-point game. Now to see whether or not they kick an onside kick.
Oh, pretty view from the sideline, from the pylon cam there in the end zone. No doubt about the feet that time. As Singer will try the kick, and it is good. 7th place, 74 yards in just under 2 minutes, Tyler. Boy, they moved quick.
Yeah, really, that's what they had to do there, Call. They had to get some quick points, and now it's on to the special teams unit to figure out whether or not they're going to kick it deep or kick an onside kick. What does the coach decide here for Motor City? Do you trust your defense, who has played so well in the second half, sparing the last drive where they allowed a touchdown, where they allowed him jump out to originally a 17-point lead, the largest lead of the game in the second half? Now do they try and trust them again? Do they have what it takes to come back in this football game? They're going to kick it deep.
They're going to kick it deep. And it goes out of the back of the end zone. Our AI expert Cameron Irvine has the Pacific code pulled up for onside kicks. Cam.
Yes. So if you're down by 2 scores, the onside kick would happen once the clock gets under 4 minutes. It's 5:39 right now. They would have kicked the onside kick if they were down by 3 scores, but down by 2 scores, they would wait until 4 minutes. So they're hoping to get a stop from their defense here.
Well, their defense has been playing much better in the second half than they did in the first half, and tackle Ingram for only a 1-yard gain, but that clock continues to march down.
And crucially here, Colin, they're trying to really chew this clock. Under 10 seconds left on the play clock.
Oh, and the swarming defense gets there as the defensive line made the initial penetration. That's Doug Howard Jr. with his second TFL.
Great job. Motor City knows what's coming. They're expecting a few more Al Ingram runs to try and milk some of this clock. If they can get a 3rd down stop here, they're really in. They'll have a lot of confidence coming out the field with their offense.
It's a critical hinge point, as my father would say. It's 3rd and 11. From the 24, they're going to pass. Chima has the man open. It's Murray, and Murray goes loose down the field, and Chima breaks the back of the Mustangs there.
Pressure makes diamonds. Murray with an excellent double move to the outside, really discombobulating the secondary. It wasn't even a double move, just a simple crossing route that he gets lost over the middle. The defense loses him, and that's an easy catch, and he flips the field. He really silences Motor City's crowd, which has traveled rather well. A very good showing here in terms of Cincinnati's home opener, and that really puts Cincinnati in just a yard or 2 shy of field goal range to make it a 13-point game.
And the give to the backup tailback, that's Crawford. He lost to Bailey on the stop. He's put in the yeoman's work from his nose tackle spot. It's 2nd and 11.
He's played pretty well here, Colin. He knows that he has to just break through this front 5 here for Cincinnati. That's played very well. Only allowed 2 sacks. And the only sacks that they really allowed is when Mac Chiba tries to bust it out to the outside.
And play action. They're going to try to throw out of 3 tight ends down the field. Oh, what a catch! And it's going to be a touchdown for Cincinnati. Oh my goodness, Polk. I don't know how he caught that one, Tyler.
That's now 1, 2, 3 tight ends that have a touchdown here today, here for Cincinnati. Mike Daggs will be happy, but my goodness, what a move. And Uda, who's played so well in the second half, and all of a sudden, that's the straw that breaks the camel's back, just gets boxed out. That's just a matchup made in hell. Polk at 6'6", out muscles the 5'9", 189-pounder cornerback. And Cincinnati get this lead back out to 17, and Motor City's comeback hopes are on the brink.
Well, they tried to grind it out with one more stop from the defense, but two big throws, including that moon ball from Chima to Polk, and Tyler says broke the back. Second most points scored by a team again this season was 44. Portland had 56 versus Washington. So Cincinnati already just piling up the points. Mustangs sitting at 27, but like you said, Mr. Falk, they've had their chances.
We'll see what happens here. They're going to kick this one a third.
Yeah.
A third illegal procedure penalty tonight. This win just playing havoc with the football.
The Vultures have scored no fewer than 31 points so far through their almost first 3 games played. This offense is going to be a problem for everybody. Dump over the middle. Owens, he somehow muscles his way to first down.
What he's doing there is just fighting off a defender all the way, ready to punch it out just repeatedly. Let's take a look again. He gets it. Oh, we're going to go to no huddle here.
He gets it and just drug guys on his back as the throw goes underneath. This is Ace Finnick. Finnick has a first down. So Jack Brown continuing out the yards as the Mustangs are now up over 300 total yards for the game.
Gotta figure something out, kind of get some more deeper shots. You don't have the time here to go dink and dunk.
Here's Brown back to throw. Brown going middle. Ooh!
Caught! Wow!
Oh my goodness, how did he do that? Hawkins, his fourth grab, and that might have been his best one.
Look at the tiptoes there. Oh, wow. That is nasty. That's just extreme technique. I gotta go back through his dancing record or his school record to see if he took some dance classes. Cincinnati challenges, but I think he got his feet down. What a grab from the unclaimed wide receiver, Leventrus Hawkins.
Yeah, he's wide receiver number 3, but he made a wide receiver 1 play. Don't forget to visit our website at UFL.football for details on how you can get on the field this season. It's never too late to get on the action to claim players like Mr. Hawkins. Your own, and the Vultures win the challenge.
Wow, there's something else I didn't see.
And they dump it underneath, and Austin did I think a better job just dropping that one, because that wouldn't have helped the team much. It was a third down 10.
I think that play just deflated them a little bit, and so Brown was just trying to get confidence back in his guy with that short little pass.
Here's 3rd and 10. Ball on 38. Brown going for the moonshot. Oh, and it's knocked away. Incomplete. And it's 4th down.
Well, James Walters had to play defender there because that pass looked like it was intended for the free safety, Uche Whitaker, and just great heads-up play there from Walters just to keep hope alive here in this game. Big 4th down upcoming here for the Mustangs.
They led to fight another down. It's going to be 4th down from the 38. This is going to be the 31st pass of the ball game for Jack Brown. This one right here. He's back to throw, fires over the middle, and oh, it's nearly intercepted. Looking for Ace Finnick, but instead it found the turf. Cincinnati takes over.
Looked like Brown was looking for Ace to turn right instead of left, and Whitaker, 2 back-to-back plays where he could have had a pick, but it doesn't matter as Cincinnati will take over and milk a lot more of this clock. Ace is distraught. These Mustangs are distraught while Cincinnati's flying high.
They are indeed. I'd hate to be the next opponent on the Vultures schedule, whoever that happens to be, as they take over on their own 38. Oh, they play Los Angeles. So that'll be an interesting game because the Aztecs have been a problem for almost everybody in the league.
We just saw them here, I think last night. They played a couple of good teams, and now they've got to figure out what they got to do. After they play Los Angeles, they're at Portland and then host Chicago. Portland, who's been really a resurgent team ever since the first game against Minnesota.
So 44-27 as we reach the 2-minute warning here. Vultures in firm control of 44-27. Tyler Falk with me in the broadcast booth. I am Colin Northrup, your play-by-play guy. Cameron Ryan, our AI expert, back at league headquarters. And Al Ingram III. I'll tell you what, he may have a touchdown tonight, Tyler, but the fact he's been held for 67 yards has got to be a point of positivity for this Mustang defense.
It's a strong testament, isn't it, their call, and they've played very well trying to stop this run. And they've really made the Vultures really one-dimensional. The only problem about that is the Vultures have been able to execute very well in the passing game here tonight. A lot of touchdowns here for the Vultures through the air. I think there's 3 touchdowns to the first 3 starting tight ends here tonight. That's really led them to this 44-27 score line, and this defense, which we knew already coming into this game here, Colin, that they were tenacious, they were ruthless, they were cutthroat in getting into the backfield and stopping teams before plays even get started. They have done nothing but be as advertised here this evening.
Indeed, they have. Walters, he's been quiet, but he's had some big plays as Brown almost threw that right into the hands of the defensive lineman. Number 96 falls.
Come on, set 70, Indy. You ain't got nothing.
From 23. Brown over the middle. Ace Finnick, catch and run, trying to get out of bounds, but unable to.
And they're just playing for pride at the moment. No timeouts. Just going to try and hustle back to the line and maybe get to 30 points before Motor City closes up shop here tonight.
Brown back to throw. Has to jump into the sideline. Getting out of bounds is Walters. And they'll give him 4 yards. Up to 138 now is James. 53 seconds left. All 3 timeouts still in their back pocket. Should they elect to use them? Jack Brown over the middle. Hawkins on the catch. And again, they elect to go no huddle. Whitaker on the stop. Mustangs out of the empty shotgun. Jack Brown back to throw. Pops it over the middle for King Richard, who drops it. Incomplete. Clock stops. 31 seconds left.
I'll tell you what, for Motor City, their next couple games are no short of as tough opponents. Like here tonight versus Cincinnati, they will go back home for games against Milwaukee and Rochester, and then Wichita. 3 home games, but not the easiest of opponents.
Indeed, especially the Milwaukee Stags. Milwaukee's been in a couple of close contests, and Rochester has been one of the surprises of the league. The Pioneers have never made the postseason in the history of the franchise. That narrative is going to change, I think, this year. Brown throws to the end zone. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Looking for Kirkwood on a go route, and seen a couple of these deep passes, both by Brown and by Chima, just be a little bit inaccurate. Brown's pass overthrown. We've seen a deep bomb from Chima just be a little bit underthrown. Just not on the same page. And when you're forced to go with these deep passes, 4th and 10 upcoming, sometimes it's just a 50-50 ball.
Throw over the middle. Oh, what a catch. Ace Finnick makes it count. He's well over 100 yards with that catch now. They call it timeout with 14 seconds.
That's a good catch. That's a good confidence builder going into next week. when they take on the Milwaukee Stags. And you just got to remind yourself, it's still a long season, still plenty of football left to be played. Can't hold your heads down too long. Reminisce what happened, glean from what has taken place here today, and find some positives like that little corner route.
Vultures again. He just continues to rack up the yards. And just like that, the Mustangs are in the red zone, Tyler.
Yeah, let's see if they can push it. 9 seconds to go. There's time for maybe 1 or 2 more plays here, and who knows? Maybe they can make this score line appear a bit more, in their favor. They're not gonna win here tonight, but they can make it a little bit less to bear.
This is going to be the 41st pass of the night for Jack Brown off of play action. Oh, look out! He goes down for yet another sack. And it's been just a rough night at the office as they call time with 4 seconds left. 7 sacks as a team for Cincinnati. My goodness.
They can just call that case and point here tonight for the Vulture defense. And if you're looking at a team that already had 15 TFLs coming into this game, you're looking no further at a team that's going to be a nightmare to stop all season long.
They tried to go underneath. Time runs out, and the Mustangs' undefeated record is no more. Cincinnati remains undefeated. 44-27 our score. Tyler Falk, there's a lot of choices for play of the game, but to go with Mac Chima, he threw 5 touchdowns. That's a pretty good pick in my eyes.
A phenomenal day. 5 touchdowns, mistake-free. Just in general, this Vulture team came in today with a mission. They wanted to start their home season off on a good note, and I'd say they have done that emphatically here with today's win. Just nothing that Motor City could do on offense to stop this rush. Nothing to do on offense to get around what this defense was throwing at them. And the Vultures come away with a very nice, clean, efficient victory.
Agreed with you on all points there. The defense got a touchdown of their own. Jack Brown over 370 yards passing, but alas, it was just too much. Mac Chima for myself, Colin Northrup, and my partner for this week on the UFL, Tyler Falk. Thank you so much, my friend. Cameron Irvine, executive producer extraordinaire. Keeping everything in ship shape. Thank you all so much, and see y'all on the next one.